Firms need to be thinking about their controls and meeting the control obligations set out in the regulations. So pretty much all the regulations anticipate that there's going to be ongoing accuracy testing on report submissions and reconciliations from front office systems to the submitted reports. Those need to be in place, but you also need other controls around governance. Now, good governance is what drives good reporting. If you don't have good governance, you're not going to have the resources to do the accuracy and reconciliation work that's necessary and expected. So having governance, regular MI, good training programs, and with working with Kaizen, we're always available to support firms with queries, etc. they may have on the regulations. So the likelihood of having a whole array of reporting expertise in a single firm is pretty slim. And we're able to provide and share our expertise with our client base. I think that firms obviously should be doing the reconciliations and the accuracy testing. They should be confident in their reference data as well. But more than that, it's really about having control around any issues that are identified, tracking and prioritisation of those issues, having policies around that, policies around the reporting so it's transparent to both the regulator and people in the firm how they're meant to be controlling their reporting environments. If we take MiFID, for example, that went live on the 3rd of January 2018. That regulation is very complex, and the regulator would have expected there would have been a bedding in period, some teething problems that firms have to work through. But we're now nearly 2 years into MiFID, and the expectations of the regulator are going to increase. What we've seen in our testing, and we do test a broad range of firms and get a very good view of the overall reporting quality, is that the complexity of the regulation has really made a lot of firms come unstuck. They are struggling to get anywhere close to high levels of accuracy in their reporting. So firms still need to do a lot to come up to the regulatory standards. The issue for firms is that if their reporting isn't correct, the regulator expects them to go back and fix every historical record. That can be a very expensive and costly process, disruptive as well, but it also has added risks. It can make the regulator more concerned about a firm's broader risk and compliance controls. And secondly, there's always the risk of some sort of sanction from the regulators. Whilst we don't want to overplay the sanction risk, MiFID II is a new regulation, for example. There hasn't been a single sanction from the UK regulators around MiFID II, very few in Europe, but they will be looking to send some messages out to the industry. So firms really don't want to be at the front of that enforcement queue. So whatever they can do to put them further back in that enforcement queue is going to be a good step that they could take.